Yo, what's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? And welcome back to another video here on the channel, man. And for today's video, we do have yet another action figure review, man. And for today's action figure review, we do have a big one, because for today's action figure review, we do have the Ultimate Edition 2-pack of the frickin' Dudley Boyz ringside exclusives. So if you guys do want to pick this up, go over to ringside. I believe it should still be available. Man, these are the figures we're going to be unboxing and reviewing today. So we got Devon and we got Bubba Ray. So this is going to be a amazing unboxing. So stay tuned, man. This could be a longer one because we got two Ultimate Editions. You guys know how Ultimate Editions can get. They can get, they can get to some in-depth reviews. So now there's two of them. It's going to be a really in-depth review. So stay tuned, man. So you guys don't miss don't miss out on anything that we do review in today's video. But as always, before we get anywhere into any video, be sure to help your boy out by liking the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post notifications so you never miss an upload. Go follow those socials, and you can find the links to those in the description of this video. That includes my Instagram account, my X account. Do all that helps me a ton, and let's get you guys straight into today's action figure review. Alright, so first things first, man, let's take a look at the packaging that the actual Ultimates are going to be coming in. So on the front here, it's going to say Dudley's, and then it's going to have both of their faces. So on this side, it's going to have Devon, and then on this side, it's going to have Bubba Ray. And it's really cool because they're going to be in like the shape of like a shattered table, so that's really cool. Obviously, Devon get the tables. The tables, is obviously iconic to the Dudley Boyz, but you're also going to get a ringside exclusive sticker, 8+. So if you are younger than 8, or you're not even 8 at all, man, you can't have this one. So cancel Christmas on that one. Let's be honest. So then we got the Mattel logo. Then we got the certified authentic sticker right up there. We're gonna turn it to the side. It's gonna have the Ultimate Edition logo with more of that shattered table designing, with a little bit of like smaller shards as well at the top of the and bottom. So that's really awesome. On the back, gonna just be kind of like a full table with the WWE logo, and then it's gonna have the Mattel designing down there. On the other side, it was going to say Dudley Boyz in black, and with also still having that shattered table design, and obviously you still see more shards up there and on the sides. And then on the top of the box, it's also gonna have the Ultimate Edition. Oh, we gotta turn that around. On the top of the box is also gonna have the Ultimate Edition logo with more of that shattered table. So that's really freaking awesome. So overall, this packaging gonna be looking very nice, man. I am definitely gonna be saving this because this is very freaking awesome packaging. But now let's get the figures out of the box and look at their packaging individually. Okay, and one more thing before we do look at the individual packaging. If you guys want to want to know how to open this, it's very easy, man. It's just going to close with this little tab here, and then you're just going to pop it right open. So very easy opening with this packaging itself. So don't be afraid about ripping that packaging, because it should be very easy to open, just like it was for me. But now the individual packaging, man, here it is. We got Devon, we got Bubba Ray, man. Let's get into it. We got our figure windows on the front, got their names at the top, got the Ultimate Edition logos at the bottom. We're going to turn it to the sides, and then on these side, on one side, it's going to have Devon Dudley, and on the other, it's going to obviously say Bubba Ray Dudley with the Ultimate Edition logo. And then on Devon, it's going to have the Scratch W logo. And then we're going to turn these figures to the back. There is, at the top, you can see a nice shot of the figures. Going to have their names, Ultimate Edition logo. Going to have descriptions there, so you guys do want to go ahead and read up on Devon. And you guys can go ahead and read up on him. Just pause the video, because I will not be reading that. Same with Bubba Ray. Go ahead and pause the video now if you guys do want to read up on that. But going to be looking for you. Pretty freaking awesome. Then on this side of Bubba Ray's, it's going to have a nice shot of Bubba Ray, old W Scratch logo. And then on the other side of Devon, it's going to have Ultimate Edition logo. He's going to have his name, so that's really awesome. But that's going to take us back to the front of the packaging on both of them. So, man, now it is time to freaking open these things. Alright, so now we are going to start it off with one half of the Dudley Boyz, and so the first Dudley Boy we're going to be looking at is going to be Devon Dudley. So we're going to look at his accessories, and then we are going to look at the actual figure. So starting it with his accessories, man, we are going to be getting three pairs of interchangeable hands. Two of them, this one is going to be the fisted hand, so this is really cool. It's going to have some finger tape across them, so that's really awesome. You want to put the beat down on your opponents, go ahead and slap these into the Devon, and you're going to be, on the road just fine, or on the road just fine, man. So really cool that we're getting fisted hands. Really, probably my favorite type of interchangeable hands, because they can really be used for, I feel like, almost anything, to be honest. But very cool that we're getting those. We are also going to be getting a pair of open hands as well with the finger tape, so that's pretty cool. Really awesome there as well. And then we also are going to be getting microphone holding hands, so just think of literally the open hands just closed to just a little bit more at a different angle. So just kind of think of it that way. But we will look at the microphone holding hands when we get into the actual figure. I just felt there was really no need to take them off, because we'll look at them, like I said, a little bit later. But We also are going to be getting Devon's glasses, so that's really awesome. Gonna be with a white base, and then obviously some black tape, which it can also be seen. Oh no, I thought it could be seen from the back, but no, it's only the front. So, very cool there. Gonna be looking very awesome. Obviously, we will put these on the Devon at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that if you want to see what that looks like. Very cool though. Gonna be some solid little glasses here. That's gonna be looking very awesome there. So that's pretty freaking cool. Then we also are going to be getting the World Tag Team Championship. So obviously this is going to be the old school, version of it, of course, but going to be looking very awesome. Going to have that gold with the old, what logo is this? WWF? I feel like I want to say this is WWF logo. Maybe I'm tripping though. No, it's just, I think that, no, it's just one of the old school WWE logos. I don't know why I'm like slipping up on that. I should know this. But then it is going to have obviously the world designing with like the globe with a little bit of like gold highlights plus the world, design right there as well. Then it's also going to say the tag team wrestling champions right there at the bottom. So going to be looking very awesome with the side plates as well. There's the back of it. So that's going to be looking very awesome. Obviously, Devon going to come with this one, and the Bubba Ray going to, of course, come with the other one, which we will look at a little bit later, as mentioned. And then we also are going to be getting 3 interchangeable heads. 2 of them we will look at now. So here is the 2 we're going to be looking at now, man. So on the left here, we do have kind of like a, I don't know, this one kind of reminds me of like a bunny rabbit. I don't know, like just the way his teeth are and just the way his mouth is. It just reminds me of a bunny rabbit. I don't know why. I mean, he kind of gives off an angry vibe, but at the same time, I can't really, I don't really know what's going on here in the mouth, man. It gives me, like, bunny rabbit vibes, or he's got some marshmallows in his mouth. I don't know, man. Maybe that's just me, but this one kind of, I feel like is going to be more of a goofy one for, for Devon. So I mean that's pretty cool, because obviously Bubba Ray is going to be getting a kind of like a funny one as well, which we'll look at, like I said, again later. But overall, going to be looking a lot like obviously the real life Devon Dudley. So that's going to be looking very awesome, very realistic. So that's really cool on that one. The other one is going to be kind of just a screaming head scan. He's going to be angry, he's pissed off, and he's ready to kill you, man. So this is kind of what this one is. Going to be also looking very awesome. Probably going to be one of my more favorite head scans that is going to be for Devon, at least. That's pretty awesome. Really cool there. Obviously, like I said, going to have that likeness to the IRL Devon Dudley. That is going to be looking very awesome, man. But that is going to be it for our accessories, man. So now let's jump into the actual Devon Dudley figure. Alright, man, so here is the Devon Dudley action figure in all of its freaking glory, man. So let's not waste any time. Let's jump into it, man. So here is the other head scan that we are going to be getting. This one just going to kind of be like a straight face, but to me kind of reminds, like, it is going to be a straight face, but at the same time, it kind of gives me that, like, hey, man, what are you doing? Like, kind of like that kind of vibe, or like, what are you doing? I don't know. There's just something about this head scan that's like, he's like questioning you. That's what this head scan reminds me of. He's like, hey, what are you doing? But he obviously, without an open face, he's got kind of just his, straight face expression, but that's kind of what this one reminds me of. But overall, gonna be looking very awesome. Like I said, gonna have that IRL likeness to Devon, so that's really awesome. Gonna have the same hair, but overall, literally just the same as the other 2 head scans, just obviously a different facial expression. Gonna be looking very awesome. Gonna go on to the shoulder area, to the torso area. So on the front, well, number one, the shirt is going to be obviously sculpted on. You are not going to be getting a cloth good shirt with Devon like you are Bubba Ray Dudley. But honestly, that's fine. I think the sculpted on shirt is looking very awesome. Gonna say 3D right there, and on the back it's gonna have it's gonna say Death 3D, and then Dudley drop, and then down there I can't really read that from here. I don't really know. Does it say Testify? I think it says Testify. So overall nice designing. I really enjoy this. Really enjoying the back of this shirt. Gonna be looking very freaking awesome. And then obviously there's the torso, as we mentioned. And then going on to the arm area, it's gonna have obviously some tattoos. So that's really awesome for Devon as well. On the other arm, not gonna be any tattoos, because obviously he does not have tattoos there. And we are going to be getting, like I said, those microphone holding hands along with some wrist tapes. That's really awesome. But going into articulation on the arms, you are going to be getting your double jointed elbows. So that's really freaking awesome. Going to be working very well. There's the bicep cup, also working very well. And then you also are going to get a full 360 all the way around, or all the way around, like I said. And then obviously you are going to be getting your butterfly joints. If I can get this one to work, there we go. So you're gonna be able to go forward about that much, man. I mean, really not too crazy, I would say, on the butterfly joints for Devon, I would say so far. And then I mean, you can go back about that much, and then back about that much on this arm. I mean, for going backwards, it's fine, I feel like, but I feel like going forwards could be just a little bit better, in my opinion, to some degree. I mean, it's going to still be working, of course, but I just feel like it could be better in some, aspects. So that is a bit unfortunate, but, nothing like too crazy, because they are still going to be working pretty well, in my opinion. Nothing too crazy, but you definitely, they get the point across, basically. They definitely work at least, so that is definitely going to be an upside. So that's really awesome. Going on, like I said, the torso area, you are going to be getting your ab crunch. You are going to get not too much diaphragm. And you can go to the left a little bit, but then and you can go to the right a little bit, but nothing too crazy. You know, nothing too crazy as a whole as far as movement on the ab crunch. Not gonna lie, I feel like nothing too crazy. I mean, you can go back about a little bit, and then you really can't go forward too much. So I will say nothing really crazy. The ab crunch movement definitely could be a lot better. And I just completely freaking knocked my camera over, but that's okay. We're back in the game. Oh my days, I have never done that before. That is my bad, but you know, shit happens, you know. But anyways, back into the figure. Yeah, so as far as ab crunch, man, like I said, could definitely be a lot better. I feel like you could get definitely a lot better movement than we are actually getting as far as the ab crunch goes. But it is what it is, you know, shit happens. I mean, it's still going to be, you know, solid. It's still going to be working, so you really can't complain too much. Also going to be getting the belt going down. You're going to be getting the belt with a little bit of silver right there on the back. Obviously, just going to be the black belt, the rest of it. And going down, you are going to be getting the blue and black and a little bit of white up in there in these camo pants. Going to be looking very awesome. Really love these camo pants. I feel like these look very awesome. Really love the overall design of them. I feel like the ragged look, or like kind of like the more baggy look, looks really awesome. Or just the more yeah, just kind of like a more baggy look just looks really awesome. I mean, it kind of reminds me of a baggy look just because of how the pants are actually like just the actual flow of how they go on the figure. So that's really awesome. Going on to the boots, gonna say 3D on this one and then nothing on the other one, and then they're gonna have white stripes in the back. So that's really awesome. As far as articulation on these legs, you will be getting a full kick out with both legs. So that is really awesome. Gonna be working very freaking well in my opinion. Let's get those back to their normal position. You also are going to be getting your drop down legs because this is an Ultimate Edition figure, as you see there. So that is really awesome. And with the drop down, you can go to the side, and with the drop down, you can also go up, you know, kick up, of course, again, as mentioned. So that's really awesome. Going to be working very freaking well so far. Like I said, the splits, you know, going to be also working very awesome with pop back in the drop down legs. As far as the knees, going to be able to freaking bend these knees really freaking well. Going to be buttery freaking smooth. That is really amazing. Really love to see that, man. Awesome freaking articulation on these legs so far. Going back the other way, also going to be working very freaking solid. You know, I really enjoying the articulation on these legs. Overall, going to be working very freaking awesome. So that is very freaking nice, man. Really love to see that. Going on to the boots area, you are also going to be getting some toe articulation, so that is really awesome on both, of course, of both shoes. So that's really cool. So yeah, overall, going to be working really cool there. You know, you also are going to be getting a little bit of a swivel in the boot, and I just knocked the freaking phone over again. Oh my gosh, that is the second time that this has happened in the figure review. I've literally never done this in a figure review, but now 2 times in a row, I pretty much just knocked my phone completely over. So that is a bit unfortunate, but that is going to be it for the articulation of the Devon figure, man. So now let's get into the Bubba Ray Dudley. Alright, now jumping into the Bubba Ray Dudley figure, let's start it off with his accessories, and we'll start it off by taking a look at the interchangeable hands. So he's going to get the same style of interchangeable hands that Devon did. He's going to be getting the, obviously as we see here, the fisted hands. He's also going to be getting those open hands and the mic holding hands. So these are the fisted hands. The only difference is obviously skin tone and of course no finger tape for Devon, or for Bubba Ray, but still cool that we're getting also fisted hands with him as well. Here is the open hands, like as mentioned as well, so that's pretty cool. And then the microphone holding hands, those are already on the figure, so we'll look at those just a little bit later once we get into the actual figures, so stay tuned for that. And then we also are going to be getting, obviously like we did with Devon, but now for Bubba Ray, we are going to be getting Bubba Ray's glasses, so that is really awesome. These are very iconic for Bubba Ray Dudley, of course. You know, it's still iconic for Devon as well, but more iconic, I would say, for yeah, I would say for Bubba Ray for sure. But he's going to be getting the black base with the white tape, that signature white tape, so that's really awesome. I really enjoy that. These glasses are going to be looking very awesome. Stay tuned to the end so you can see what these actually look like on the Bubba Ray figure. But those are really awesome. Very cool that we're getting those. We also are going to be getting, just like I mentioned with Devon, but now with Bubba Ray, you are going to be getting his side of the World Tag Team title, so that's really awesome. Really not going to take too much time on this because we already did look at this fully in depth. Obviously the gold, the blue, all that good stuff, but pretty much literally the same title. It's just a different one in a different packaging. So that's going to be very awesome as well. And then we also are going to be getting a cloth goods shirt with this Bubba Ray Dudley. That is really awesome. So going to be matching the same camo as the pants, with obviously that black, blue, and a little bit of white up in there as well. So it is going to be cloth goods here on the front. It's going to have Velcro as well. So that is going to be working very well. Let's go ahead and pop that back in there if I can. There we go. So going to be looking very awesome, man. Like I said, gonna have that camo design. They're going to be, but also going to be looking very freaking sick, man. And on the back, it's going to have that Dudley drop 3D and then testify, you know, all that designing right there. So that's also very freaking awesome. Really cool that we are getting this shirt in cloth goods for Bubba Ray, man. I think this shirt is very awesome. Stay tuned, like I said, to the end of the video if you want to see this, what this looks like on the figure as well. That is really cool that we're getting that. And we also are going to be getting 2 other interchangeable head scans. well, I should say three in total, but two of them we are going to be looking at now, and then the other one we'll look at a little bit later. So we'll start it off with this one here on the left. So this one probably going to be one of the, like I said, this is the more like memey one, like, you know, more funny one. He's got his tongue sticking out. He's like, ah, you know, kind of doing that, like, you know, messing, you know, just messing around. You know, he's got his funnies locked in. He's trying to be funny, all that good stuff, but also going to be very, very awesome, man. Definitely going to look like Bubba Ray, of course. They're very awesome. Really enjoying the tongue sticking out. That's really cool. Probably one of my more favorite ones, for sure. You know, even though it's like the more meme one, I feel like one of my more favorite ones for sure that is coming with this Bubba Ray. So that's really awesome. Gonna have that hair, but pretty much very awesome head scan. Gonna be looking like him for sure. Here is the other one that we're gonna be looking at, and then like I said, the other one we'll look at a little bit later. This one gonna be the straight face head scan, of course. You know, so that's, you know, kind of just pretty much just a standard face. Really nothing crazy going on here. Just a standard Bubba Ray Dudley face. It's literally just this one that we just looked at without the tongue sticking out and without any facial expression. So pretty cool. It's gonna be the same hair though, so that's really awesome. But yeah, that's going to be it for his accessories as well. So now let's jump into the actual figure. All right, man, and here is the Bubba Ray Dudley action figure in all of its freaking glory, man. Gonna be looking very awesome. Let's start it off with that other head scan that we did mention. So this one gonna be his more angry head scan. You know, this is like pretty much the straight face, but now he's more angry. This is his angry head scan, just like we got for Devon. He got his little meme head scan. He got his more straight face head scan. Then he got his angry, you know, screaming head scan. So gonna be very awesome. Gonna be very realistic to the IRL Bubba Ray Dudley. Gonna be looking very freaking cool, man. Really enjoying that head scan. As far as movement on the head, you are going to be getting a full 360. Now that I think about it, I actually forgot to do head articulation and looking at that on the Devon, but, you know, it is what it is. It's probably, you know, really solid as well. Shit happens, you know, I do forget sometimes. But yeah, going to be looking down about that much, look up about that much. So actually really good our head articulation on this Bubba Ray. I think that's really freaking awesome. Going on to the arms area, obviously going to be getting your butterfly joints, of course. So they're going to be going back about that much. Going to be very freaking awesome on this. Going to be very solid butterfly joints on this Bubba Ray. So far, I feel like they are going to be working better than Devon's. For me personally, yeah, I would say these butterfly joints are a lot better than Devon's. I don't know, maybe that's just me, but I would argue that these are a lot better butterfly joints than Devon's were, I would say for sure on this Bubba Ray. So that is really awesome. That is really cool to see. You also are going to be getting those elbow pads on the arms, so that's really awesome, you know, very cool. And then you also are going to be getting some black wrist tape as well. So as far as articulation, you are going to be getting your double jointed elbows, but obviously that elbow pad is going to be cutting it off at like about a 90-degree or so angle or whatever. So you know, kind of what you would expect when you get the elbow pad, but still gonna, for what you get, gonna be working very freaking well in my opinion. Gonna be getting your bicep cut as well. Gonna be getting your O all the way around as well with the entire arm. Same with this one, all the way around with the entire arm. So that is, we're gonna be working very awesome, man. Really enjoying these arms on this Bubba Ray. Just overall, I feel like in my opinion, gonna be working, as far as those at least butterfly joints, gonna be working a lot better than obviously I would argue Devon's did. But you know, Devon's still weren't bad. I just think these are definitely better for sure. Going on to the ab crunch area, you are going to be getting, be able to go down about this much, go back about that much. You're gonna be getting a lot more articulation for sure with the ab crunch, as far as you know, compared to the Devon, I would say for sure a lot more, just a lot more articulation, a lot more you can really do with it compared to the actual Devon. Now yes, these are two different you know, you know, upper torsos for sure, but you know, at the end of the day, I mean, you know, it is a rating, so I'm gonna give my honest opinion. So that is my honest opinion, of course. And then also you are going to be getting your full all the way around the entire upper body as well. So that is really freaking awesome. Let's go ahead and get it back to its normal positioning here. Get his head realigned, of course, as well. Going on to the pants now, we are going to be getting these same pants with the same belt buckle, and or just the same belt, I should say, as well. So going to have that, you know, same camo design with that blue, black, and a little bit of white in there. And then the same boots as well, except the only difference is I think that the 3D is going to be on the opposite boot now. So compared to Devon's, his was on... Wait, no, maybe they are on the same side. Hold on. I think these are, maybe the 3D is going to be on the same as either side, or it's going to be separate. I really kind of can't tell right now, I'm not going to lie. But yeah, that's going to be very cool. Going to be getting that white stripe design as well. But overall, solid little pants here as far as articulation. Going to get your upper thigh cut. So yeah, going to be a really nice upper thigh cut on this Bubba Ray, so that's really awesome. Same with the other leg as well. Going to be working very freaking well, man. Going to be also getting your drop down legs, of course, as well as mentioned, so that's what it's going to be looking like there. Also going to be working very well and going to be looking very awesome as well. So you can also kick out with the legs as well, so that's really cool. Push them back in, of course, as well. Going to be getting your splits with the Bubba Ray as well, so really good articulation on these legs, just like the Devon as well. So that is really freaking awesome. Let's go ahead and get that drop down leg back up in there, and it's obviously proper socket. There we go. Then going on to the knees, gonna have really solid knee articulation as well, so that's really cool. Go up about that much, put them back down to normal positioning, of course. Yeah, gonna be working very well on these knees, man. Really enjoying that. Really solid articulation on these legs, just like I said, that Devon is of course as well. Let's push those back in there, of course. And then now going on to that boot area, you are going to be getting that toe articulation just like we did on the Devon, so that's really cool. You know, obviously very, very cool when you get to see that. And then you also are going to be getting a full rotation of the entire boot. Almost knocked over the phone. Luckily, I didn't this time. Then you also are going to be getting a little bit of swivel within your boots as well. So that is going to be it, man, for the articulation on this Bubba Ray figure, man. So now let's put all the accessories back on all the figures that we reviewed here and get a final good-looking rating and on this Ultimate Edition 2-pack. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here is the final look of these Dudley Boys, the Ultimate Edition 2-pack. As far as if these figures are worth it, man, I would absolutely say yes. These figures are looking very awesome. They, for the most part, both of them are going to be working very well. Maybe some points better than on one figure better than the other, but still, overall combined, this is a sweet Ultimate Edition 2-pack with from just attire, articulation, overall looks, and likeness to the IRL, of course, Dudley Boys. All the accessory that you're getting with these figures, man. Overall, this is a really awesome freaking Ultimate Edition 2-pack. I would absolutely say these figures are worth it. But as you guys will notice, we did not get a table in this Ultimate Edition 2-pack, so that is really strange. Definitely, you know, really weird why Mattel would not put that in there. But hey, it is what it is. Shit happens. I mean, you can only hope if we get another, Ultimate Edition out of these guys, we get a table there. But either way, from this 2-pack, these are really solid Ultimate Editions. I really enjoy these Ultimate Editions. Let me know if you guys do have any questions about them. But I would say they were absolutely worth the purchase. So go down in the comments. Let me know how you guys feel about these figures, or if you have any questions, leave those down in the comments below as well. As always, before we get out of here, be sure to help your boy out by liking the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post notifications so you don't miss an upload. Go follow the socials. Get final links to those in the description of this video. That includes my Instagram account, my X account. Do that helps me a ton, and I'll catch y'all boys in the next one. Peace.